I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let you heard, we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Cruiser King, better add extra on the... I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Deep be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm painting. I boost up.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
On second down, Elliott once more. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Prescott to throw on fourth. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Cowboys at 3-6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
From the 35 on second down, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Watch the screen. Hey, kill. 47.
Prescott to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing.
And that bounce when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Wentz. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
On 1st down, Barnett. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's Barnett, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. To throw is Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your...
Watkins diving. He's got it. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call PPR?
Receiver still gets a point there, yeah. And you went that far back, no bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Now Prescott. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wentz now to throw. He finds his man. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 24, check 24. Check 50, check 50. Over 154, wide in. Tighten up.
They go to Elliott again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Barnett. Neville Gallimore on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 25 yards that time.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing his Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Barnett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Wentz.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw is Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He's going to take another shot here. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Wentz again. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's got it. touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And before this second down. Play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 2nd and 9, Wentz on the move to his left. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the second.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle, and it makes the score 21-10. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, it's Barnett. And some space here. 20.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A big play there. 49 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barnett, and he gets it down to the 32. 88 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now a play fake. Wentz. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man complete. That's Barnett. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go. Watch out, watch out.
On play action, Prescott. And now here is another interception. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Flushed out right. That is caught by Lamb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Check like 39. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, check like 39. Check like 39. All day. 47. Hey, check like 39. Check like Sweat. Sweat today. Hey, check like 39. Check like 39.
On second and 11 now. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. And the Commanders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jump. Switch it. Man 5-7. Check 3. Slam. Switch. Nice 5-7. Switch up.
They'll run on first down. Barnett. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Commanders are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to just... Oh, Prescott stripped! And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barnett, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Commanders continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamin Davis. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Sly on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. safe to say we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 79 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Play action now. Prescott. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its face. Easy. But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. On first down, it's Barnett to the 43, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Barnett, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run on first down. It's Barnett. And ultimately this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. Now a give, right side. It's Barnett, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Well, fans